last year the girls had a bit of maybe an end to the season that they didn't want to have, but this year, like, has that been a real, like, motivation, like, kind of wanting to do better than that, like, finish?
Yeah, fully. It probably got cut a bit short.
Yeah.
But I think this year the training, everything has been so good, so I think we're in good shape, hopefully.
It's a bit of a different team this year, so, like, how's pre-season been going? How's everything?
Yeah, it's really exciting. Our hockey bruised girls will be flying. They've been coming in and out of training, so it's been really good for the us younger ones to be able to try and set the tone for the season. And really exciting that we've got our international player, Hannah French, in and around the squad.
She's really brought up the vibe, I think. She's so positive and her knowledge is really helpful, especially in the midfield as we're kind of the same position, so it's helpful having her tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's great that you can have her. And I feel like just also in the league, like in general, there's a lot of like international players. Like I think you've got just like 2 at the Pride, but what do you think it makes like kind of the difference, just having like a lot of that international experience?
Yeah, it's so good for the league itself. One of the strongest in the world, I think, with international players.
I think the Pride still have the most hockey roos out of any team in the league, but a few of them have left, which is exciting. But I just wanted to first ask, like, how excited does that make you, kind of having such an experienced team?
Yeah, it is so good, like having that drive and stuff, I think, with the older girls, and they have so much experience. And the fact that they always want to come back and play for their home state is so cool.
Yeah, and I guess though there might be like a few more spots open, like since last year, kind of having a few of those girls left. Like, is that exciting for you, maybe being able to like establish a spot kind of in the team?
Yeah, like it's so tough, like every week's a new like selection and stuff, but there is definitely more space and more chances for people, which is pretty exciting.
Hockey's kind of taking it to like lots of different locations. Like we chatted about before, like there's not a single game actually in like kind of the middle of Sydney like there were last year. Like what kind of excites you about that, maybe just for you, Chloe?
I think it's really good because some people who don't really want to travel can come out and watch the games. For example, in Goulburn against ACT, we'll get a big crowd there because it's a very like hockey community.
I think it's always exciting going to a new place, new grounds, different team, the atmosphere. It's so excited, like travelling, and I think that's pretty fun.
And I think you're a Central Coast girl, so getting to play Newcastle must be excited.
Yes, I'm so excited. We'll have so many locals up there, which is so good.
And your sisters, so I did want to ask, like I feel like there are quite a few like sister groups in, and I think especially for Brisbane they've got like 3, which is pretty cool. Like what do you think like makes it such a good sport that like sisters can kind of play for the same team or just like play together?
Yeah, hockey's definitely very family orientated, so it's so cool being able to play with like your family, like Chloe. We've played together for a long time now, but it's so good. Like whenever I make a mistake, Chloe works even harder for me because she's like, crap, I gotta go get it. But it's just really nice having each other out there and supporting one another.
So who was the first one that actually got into hockey first, or did you both join at the same time?
Well, Chelsea's a couple of years older, so probably Chelsea, but when I was 4, I was kind of getting to the stage where I wanted to be just like her, so I just
She
started.
always tagged along.
Is there a particular team or maybe teams to beat this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think Perth are looking really strong with their imports, and they've got a few of the old New South Wales girls in there because they obviously live over there, but they're looking quite strong. And obviously Brisbane will also be a good battle. It's always a good match-up with State of Origin, so that'll be an exciting game.